And right now, I'm sitting on top of the mountain. I'm sitting high up, but I know I can go a little bit higher. Now that I have this IPW World Heavyweight Championship, I don't care what I have to do. I don't care who I have to go through. I'm gonna prove that I'm one of the best in the world, and the IPW World Championship is one of the top championships in the world today. You know why? Because no matter what, sick, no matter what, if we're hurt, we go out and we do battle 110% every time we step in the ring. That's what IPW is about. That's what I'm about. So as I sit and I look over Indianapolis, I get happy. Because I know this is just the start. I know this is just the start of bigger and better things to come to the Callihan Death Machine, Sami Callihan, and just the start of bigger and better things for IPW. So each and every person out there, I'm putting you all on warning. If you get in the ring with me when that IPW championship is on the line, I don't care who you are, you're gonna have to effing kill me if you want to take it from me. Because that's what this company means to me, and that's what this title means to me. It means everything. Because for 10 years, people have been scratching and clawing to make this place special. And I'll be damned if I'm the guy that lets this place go down in flames. Bigger and better.
What is going on? Welcome. No chill promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed Sunday watching this before I get started on TNA's Emergence. Just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and some followers from Rumble 462 on YouTube, close to 500. Once I reach 500, and I will, be a huge milestone on this channel. I will be updating both the intro and outro videos, and I'll be doing the top 5 favorite heels of all time video. So that's the plan. But to those who brought their way to like and comment, support the channels, both here and on Rumble, thank you. But enough of that, let's get into it. And how do we start off this countdown show? The same shit they do every single fucking show in WWE, in NXT, and here in TNA, where we see random wrestlers walking into the building. We see trust the system. And then we see this nice ass car. I don't know what type of car it is. It's not a Bugatti. Is that a Bugatti? A lot of people see that shit. I don't think it is. I don't know. I'm not a car enthusiast, so I can't tell you. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, do I miss my tinted windows? But can't do it again because it ain't worth getting pulled over and then getting a ticket for your fucking tent being too dark. Right? I'm good on that. You know what I mean? But we see the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Trick NA, Mr. Whoop That Trick, Trick Williams. Trick Willie in the building coming through. Let's talk battle. But we start off with the first match, right? Got Rosemary going up against Indie Wrestling, aka Indy Hartwell, looking fantastic. Both these ladies do, you know. Decent match for what it was. But we're gonna fast forward to the finish. Danny Luna gets involved, distracts Rosemary, she spits out the mist. She gives enough time for Indy to hit the Hurts Donut. It's kind of like a twisting, like almost like full Nelson face buster, I want to call it, kind of, I guess. For the 1, 2, 3, Indy Hartwell, Indie Wrestling goes over. But what I don't like is how Danny Luna goes from one tag team partner to another. I'm like, I want to see a singles push for Danny Luna. I'm just saying, but clearly they're not ready to go that route. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, right? We then go backstage. We see the face of the franchise, Moose, talking with the man of the hour. That is Sami Callihan. Moose says, "Now, listen, Sami, I know I said some harsh things a few weeks ago, but I wouldn't be a man if I didn't come through, look you dead in your eye, and tell you, I'm sorry. I apologize." Sami looks at him. He's like, "The fuck you apologizing for, man?" It's like, we've been good friends for a long time now, but at least you're honest. At least you have the balls to say it to my face. I got all these people online, all over social media saying the same shit. I'm a fat piece of shit. I can't go anymore. I don't belong in the ring. This, that, and the third. But you know what you did, Moose? You lit a fire under my ass. Alright, so if this is indeed the last match in my career, then I'm going to go out with a bang. And one last thing, Moose. I need you to go out there and get back our TNA World Heavyweight Championship. They both mutually respect each other, and that's it for this segment. So we move on to Nick Nemeth's brother. And oh, brother, this guy stinks. Right. Going out there trying to be like John Mulaney. Alright, he's like, "You're not funny." Talking about, "Hey, Baltimore, I know you guys are famous for your crabs, but I'm not talking about the crabs that you eat. I'm talking about the crabs that you all got." And the crowd, you can see they're booing the shit out of him. They're like, "Boo, you suck." Boo this man. Alright? We're not trying to hear about you talking about your brother for the 100th time. Alright? Dismiss that bullshit. But guess who comes through to save the day? He's a hometown man. He's a hometown man. And he's got some backup. He's out here rolling deep here in Baltimore with the Talk Heavy podcast radio show. Got DJ Nuke, Renee Gray, and Crow in the building. And basically all HTM said that he's going to give Ryan Nemeth a hometown ass whooping. Alright, so we get the match. Fast forward to the finish. The entourage causes a distraction. And then we see HTM counters a powerbomb into the homeschool boy pin for the 1, 2, 3. He's a hometown man. He's a hometown man. Going over in Baltimore. And what a crazy transition for Cody Deaner. Going on Lucian Street, being an absolute jobber, to now being a hometown man. Because wherever he goes, it's his hometown. You understand? So, good for Cody Deaner. That's all that happened here on the Countdown Show. So now it's time for the main card.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
An opening match on the main card is for the X Division Championship. He goes by the name of Prime. Cedric Alexander versus the reigning, defending, undisputed X Division champion, the youngest in charge. Yeah, get me, my nigga, Leon Slater. Right? This was probably my match of the night. These two went out there and absolutely killed it. Spot of the match was like Leon Slater hitting like an avalanche final cut. That's the move Dustin Rhodes does. He does like a suplex into a net breaker. Kind of like that, basically. That was sick. Right, then he hits the Slater Clash. Get it? See what I did there? Into the Swanton 450 splash for the 1, 2, 3. And still X Division champion Leon Slater. After the match, Cedric shakes the man's hand, puts him over. That's how it's done. Then go backstage with Mr. Trick Williams at first class, because he ain't first class, you last. And we see the return of Rich Homie Swann, aka Rich Swann. I feel like this man's been gone for like over a year. It's good to see Rich Swann back. Here from TNA. Trick Williams, he says, you look at the man that's carrying 2 brands, the man that's breaking record numbers in 2 companies. Mr. TNA, Trick Williams, let's talk about it. Alright, and real quick, I gotta apologize to Mama Moose. Alright, what I did last week was disrespectful, and I gotta apologize to you yet again because I'm gonna whoop your son's bald-headed ass in the main event tonight. First Class says that they're gonna whoop the system's ass because if you ain't first class, you last. Moving on to the next match, we have the greatest president of all time, and Ali we trust with Order 4. Right, got Tasha Steelz looking good, great hands who are trying to be the greatest hands of all time. We got Mustafa Ali going up against the major player, the man who's always ready. Matt Cardona, who is me mugging the shit out of Agent Zero. And if anybody knows who Agent Zero is, let me know in the comment section because I have no clue who this dude is. Like, none whatsoever. So I'm fast forward to the finish of the match. Ali hits the 450 splash, hits it clean, right? Goes for the pin. But then Matt Cardona says, that doesn't work for me, brother. Then rolls him over, pins him, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, how the fuck you just no-sell 450 splash like that? That's crazy. Alright? Afterwards, this enrages Ali, so he starts whooping his ass for taking liberties. Now I don't blame him. Right? Order 4 comes in, whoops his ass too. Agent Zero then comes in, hits the choke bomb to finish Matt Cardona off. And then we see the system. Trust the system coming through to save Matt Cardona. Right? That leads into the next match. We have First Class because they're all about that money. And Ali we trust lets them go through so we get Rich Homie Swann, AJ Not Styles versus Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards from the system. Good tag team match. First Class is my favorite tag team here in TNA. Like AEW's Outrunners and WWE, I have none. That's how bad it is. I don't even have a favorite tag team in the WWE. Like, I don't care. But here in TNA, it's definitely First Class. We fast forward to the finish, bunch of distractions. We see Agent Zero hits a choke bomb to Eddie Edwards, like near the ring apron area, where you see AJ Not Styles hits that down payment, that nasty choke slam, which is underrated. He has an underrated choke slam, right? Hits in the Eddie Edwards, 1, 2, 3. First Class goes over. Moving on to the next match, we have I Believe in Joe Hendry. He's in that King Cast position where he's on commentary because they have nothing for him. Alright, he's on commentary for this next match, which is the Death Machine. Sami Callihan going up against my nigga from the Boogie Down Bronx, Mike Santana. Alright, but before the match happens, you see Sami Callihan grabs up Mike. He says, Baltimore, how y'all doing? Real quick, I just got to do a special shout out to 2 of my best friends who came from my hometown to support me here in Baltimore. So big ups to them, right? But he says, if tonight is indeed my last match, then I'm going to go out my way. So Santana, I challenge you to a Baltimore street fight. Now this next part is hilarious. He throws the mic at Santana. Santana doesn't even try to catch it. Falls out the ring. The referee has to go get it. Santana's looking at him like, really? This is what we're doing? Well, Sami grabs the mic real quick. He says, my bad. Right? Crowd laugh. Right? Santana says, he's like, hey, yo, Baltimore, yo, how we doing tonight? Sami, I came here because I wanted to face the Death Machine. And I like how in English on commentary was like, I guess that's a yes. Wait to the challenge. So we get the match. Wasn't much of a street fight, but there's a reason as to why that is. where Sami hits 2 of that stump pile drivers to Santana for a 2 count. Santana hits that rolling buck 50, that cutter. I believe that's what it's called. For 2 count. He then hits the spin the block clothesline for the 1, 2. Now you see Sami he was supposed to kick out before the 3 count, but the ref counts 3 and Santana goes over, and you could tell Santana was fucking pissed. He was tight. He's like, that was some bullshit, man. So you can tell, he was fucking pissed, right? But he stays in the ring, waits for Sami to get up, daps him up, and then leaves. Santana was angry. I mean, it was on Sami. It was, he didn't kick out on time, shit happens. Ain't no redos because this is live, pal. Right? So, unfortunately, this is how Sami Callihan's last match ends. Right? Crowd chanting, "Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go." Sami takes off his boots. The crowd chanting, "Thank you, Sami. Thank you, Sami." And like Joe Hendry said on commentary, he was like, "This is tough to watch." He's not wrong, because I'm like, I honestly didn't expect him to retire. I thought he was going to win. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. And real quick, I'm going to put Sami over. My favorite match, or at least my favorite feud from Sami here at TNA, was his feud with Pentagon. I forgot how underrated that feud was, because it was just 2 savages trying to out-savage each other. Fucking from the match versus hair match, the Mexican death match. Pentagon's run in TNA was underrated. But yeah, that feud was awesome. This feud with Eddie Edwards, obviously one of the craziest moments was him taking Lucy, not Lucille, but Lucy, the bat, spiking it right in Edwards' eye. That shit was crazy. That's one of the craziest spots in teenage history. Had some good ass matches with Eric Young back when he was with Violence by Design, which I missed that group. I missed that fucking theme song. Even had with OVE, Ohio versus Everything. I thought that was a good run for Sami. What I didn't like was him putting over Tessa Blanchard. And then she goes on to beat Brian Cage, who was the champion at that time, to become the world champion in TNA. Brian Cage was never the same after that loss. And I just recently found out about this, but Sami apparently broke his leg. Was it in 2021? Was it? Or 2020? I didn't even know that. So more than likely, Sami was never the same after that, horrific injury. But I just wanted to take some time out to say thank you, Sami. I know you're probably not going to watch this. And it's all good. You know what I mean? That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I appreciate you and all the sacrifice, all the years of busting your ass for the pro wrestling business to entertain fans like me. And for that, I thank you. But afterwards, you see some of the people in that grill position showing them love. You got Zachary Wentz, Joe Hendry, and Edwards. And then here comes Eric Young, keeping kayfabe alive. He says, "Don't fall for this bullshit. These people don't give a damn about you." And Hendry was like, "Man, what the fuck's your problem?" Sami is like, "Man," like he had the biggest eye roll of all time. He's like, "Bro, I'm done, man. I'm fucking done." Hendry's like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And then Eric was like, "Hey, don't forget, all this shit started because of you." So we're setting up a Hendry versus Eric Young feud. Real quick, shout out to the person who's holding up that SmackDown versus Raw 08 from PS2. Brings back memories. Oh, the nostalgia. Because even though 06 was better, 08 was good too. I enjoyed it. Right. But go backstage, we see Nick Nemeth's brother, who said that his brother is going to be back in Impact in a couple days. I did see that Nick Nemeth got himself another belt. Is it from CMLL? I'm not sure, but I know he's out there doing his thing in the Indies, so big ups to Nick. Right? We move on to the next segment. Got Tommy Dreamer putting over Lane Lee as he announces that TNA will be renewing Lane Lee's contract here in TNA. Right? Which this one best shits that happened on the show because Lane Lee is my second favorite knockout after Danny Luna. Right? So everybody in the ring was showing their love. Zaya Brookside, Mother Russia, Masha Stanovic, you got Jazz, you got our Dreamer, of course, and then you got Carlos Silva, who was smiling. That's the first time I've seen this man smile. Right? But Lane Lee signs the contract. Carlos says that, congratulations, Lane Lee. I look forward to our long relationship here in TNA. Wholesome moment. Lane Lee deserves it. Now, I want to see her become a Knockouts champion. Needs to happen. But I will say TNA has done a better job of booking Lane Lee than the WWE ever fucking did, which is a damn shame. But there's what it is. That leads us to the next match, which is a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Knockouts Tag Team titles. Got the Inspiration out there with Mara Sade. And I forgot who it was in the comment section that were like, she should name her finisher the Sweetest Taboo. That's hilarious. And if they don't do that, that's a missed opportunity, right? Going up against Fatal Influence, and you got Juicy Jane back there doing the Mercedes Moné dance. I'm thinking to myself, why is she not defending her belt on this show? I don't know. And then we see the Concierge coming out, and this guy is hilarious. He says that I heard one of the greatest poets of all time used to live here in Baltimore, that being Edgar Allan Poe. So I got a little poem for all of you here tonight. Roses are red, violets are blue, Baltimore sucks, and so do all of you. It's so simplistic but effective, like hilarious. I love this guy. All right, like he brings out the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Heather and Maggie by Elegance, the Elegance brand. This was a wonderful match. And why is that, you ask? Because whenever you surround the ring with attractive women, you have my attention. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. It's just too easy, but we're going to fast forward to the finish. Maggie goes right upside Cassie's head with that TNA Knockouts belt, drops her ass, pins her for the 1, 2, 3, and still TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Heather and Maggie by Elegance, the Elegance brand. Then go backstage with Danny Luna and Indy Hartwell. Danny was all pumped up, that she went to rescue Indy, but Indy was like, hey, listen, we do make a good tag team, but I made my intentions known that I'm going after the TNA Knockouts title, right? I don't need a tag team partner, but I do appreciate you, right? So let that be known, JC. I'm coming after you and bringing back that TNA Knockouts title where it belongs in TNA. We then move on to the next match for the TNA International title. We have here on commentary the king of TNA, King Cass, aka Frankie Kazarian, who is hilarious. He was like, I don't know what the hell your problem is, Tom. I came out here to put some razzle dazzle on commentary and carry your sorry asses because you guys suck. Which is true. Right. So, wait, with the next match, you got What's My Name? Something. Jake something. And Cass, he was like, I gotta give it to Jake something. He by far is the most impressive individual to make it this far with one of the dumbest names I've ever heard in my life. Fucking no lies detected. No lies ever told by the king of TNA. Right? He's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA International Champion, Steve Macklin. You know, he's coming out here dressed up as, was it Captain Ghost from that fucking Call of Duty meme? Like, I don't even know what fucking game that's from. The last Call of Duty I played was, I think, Black Ops 3. I think that was the last one. But Bulletproof Steve Macklin means business. Was a good match. You know, fast forward to the finish. Steve hits not one, not two, but three. Tag 'em. Bag 'em. Spears from that trio roll position into the KIA for the 1, 2, 3. And TNA International Champion Steve Macklin. Steve then cuts a promo after the match. He says that, Jake, you said that this belt was designed and built for you. Right now, you were one hell of a competitor, but tonight isn't your night. And anytime you want to step up and challenge me, you got it. All right, then we see King Cass. He comes through. He says, hey, don't forget about the king now. And then Steve, he gets pissed off. He says, oh, you want me right now? Let's do it right here. I'll beat your ass right fucking now. King. The look on Cass's face. You don't ever tell the king what to do. So he walks away. That's how you know King Cass is a babyface. Because if he was a heel, he would have took advantage of a worn down, like 60% Steve Macklin, beat his ass, and become the new international champion right here at Emergence. But he wants to beat him at 100%. That's a babyface move. I'm just saying. Just gotta point that out. Alright? But it leads us to the next match. Got a tag team match. Got the Rascals coming out. Zachary Wentz. Got Myron Reed. Now, Myron stepping up for Trey Miguel. That's cool and all, but I missed Myron in Injustice from MLW. I forgot his partner's name. Is it Jordan? Jordan something? Alright, but I missed that fucking theme song, that Guilty Conscience. Temper, Mr. Dre, Mr. NWA, Mr. AK coming straight out of Compton, y'all better make way. But it's just instrumental, but I fucking love that fucking song, man. But I digress. They're going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Tag Team Champions, who are also the undisputed Fourth Road Tag Team Champions, the Hardys. So there you go, step in the right direction. Got some outside gold here in TNA. Now they need some more NXT gold, but we'll get to that, you know, when we cross that bridge. You know what I mean? But we're gonna fast forward to the finish of the match. Myron hits that flame on, which is basically like that jumping cutter, like off the ring apron. But like, I get what they're going for. It wasn't clean, but that spot is like hard as fuck to do. So you're good in my book, right? But Jeff Hardy basically catches him, throws him to Matt. Matt has a twist of fate, throws him in the ring. You know, of course, Jeff hits a swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3, and still TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hardys. Right. Afterwards, we get a first class penthouse segment, because if you ain't first class, you're last. They basically put themselves over. You know, both of them claiming that they're from Baltimore. I'm not going to go through the whole promo because they get interrupted by Big Poe, the Baltimore Ravens mascot. Alright, comes through, does his thing. They receive trust the system. They come out right after, back him up. You know, Alicia says, do you? And then AJ cuts her off immediately. He says, no, I don't. And they're laughing at her. That was hilarious. But Alicia says, why did the 5 fingers say the face? Slaps the shit out of him. Alright? And AJ says, you know what? This segment's over. This was officially the worst first class penthouse of all time. And Baltimore sucks. We're out of here. Alright? And then that leads us to the main event.
Are you ready for the main event?
Right? And that's for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. You have the face of the franchise, Moose. You know, the hometown hero. You know, you got the hometown man. You got the actual hometown hero in Moose, because he has his mama, his brother, his nieces and nephews, a bunch of old ass friends out there who we see. But he's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion, who, mind you, he's supposed to be a heel, but got a bigger pop than the man that's actually from Baltimore, which is hilarious. And that is Mr. Trick and Nay, the man carrying 2 brands, Trick Williams. Trick Williams then grabs the mic. He says, Mackenzie Mitchell, you find this out, but take your ass up out of my ring. I got something I want to talk about. Now, Moose, you know, I got nothing but respect for you, brother. Right, tag team last week, even though you lost the match, but we're not going to go there. But we do have a common bond. Now, we're both football players. We both know what it's like to be out there in that gridiron. And I think we all know, when it comes to the greatest bird in football history, it's none other than the Philadelphia Eagles. And the crowd booed. Good heel promo, right? Good main event delivered, you know. It was predictable because Moose tries to go for a spear, Trick dodges it, hits a trick shot. No, but that's not enough. Hits another trick shot. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to hold you. I think Trick needs a new finisher, because every time he hits that move, like, it doesn't look clean. It looks like shit, man. I got to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just the way he executes it, man. It's like, it doesn't look impactful enough. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. All right, but he hits it. 1, 2, 3, and TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Trick and Nay, book back Trick Williams. Carlos Silva hands on the belt. He ain't smiling no more. But that's how we end TNA's Emergence. Alright. So that's it for the pay-per-view. Y'all let me know how you guys feel in the comments section. Alright, overall, I thought the show was decent. Leon versus Cedric was the match tonight. Big ups to Layleen Lee, she's fucking awesome. And once again, you know, with all the respect in the world, thank you to Sami Callihan. Alright, always liked you more than John Moxley. So whatever it is he decides to do in his life, you know, from here on out, best of luck to your future endeavors. So with all that said, been here long enough, wasting enough of you guys' time, so be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty. Most importantly, trust in God, God be with you. I'm out of here. Alright, I'll be back on Monday. I don't know, cause I still gotta do the NWA marathon. I got like 3 episodes left, I believe, so like 3 or 4. I got the Unreal series I gotta do. I got videos from Karrion Kross, SummerSlam, and Bret Hart. Oh, and Kyle Fletcher. So, a bunch of videos I gotta do. Alright, I'll try to get them shits out as soon as I can. But I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.